Hey lovelies, it's Ashley. This is my very first YouTube video, so I'm sure there's going to be lots of errors and a lot of mistakes I'm going to make, but I'm going to learn along the way, hopefully get some tips from the rest of you out there. I'm not sure what I want my channel to be about quite yet. I do know that I would like to do lots of reviews. I watch TV, movies, read books constantly. That's pretty much all I do besides work. So I'd like to offer those reviews. I don't just read and watch, the main ones out there. I do find those random hidden gems. So I won't just be reviewing the, top 10 out there of TV, books, and movies. Let's see, I'd like to do some beauty things too. I do like makeup as well as any girl. I'm a huge bargain shopper, so maybe do some hauls. I'm constantly buying things online because, of course, they're cheaper online. So maybe do some reviews or tips on how I find cheap clothing items and makeup. But just to kind of get to know me, I thought I'd do just a random set of questions I found. This one is about books. So let's see. Question 1. Do you have a certain place at home for reading? I pretty much read anywhere that has light. I'm usually reading in bed though, usually laying across the bed or even getting ready for bed, because more than likely if I'm reading I'm going to fall asleep at some point because I can't put the book down. Question 2, bookmark or random piece of paper? Well, both. I mean, I don't have a set actual bookmark that you would buy from a store, but I do usually have one piece of folded paper that I keep. Sometimes I use a ribbon. It really just depends what I have. Sometimes I have more than one book going at a time, so I need more than one bookmark. Question 3. Can you stop reading anytime you want, or do you have to stop at a certain page, chapter, part, etc.? That is a tricky question, because I'm constantly telling myself that I will stop reading after the next page, then the next chapter. Well, then something exciting happens, so it's after the very next chapter, and before long I end up stop reading. I can't talk. I end up stopping when I get sleepy. So once I fall asleep, that could be 2 chapters in or halfway through the book. It just depends. I am an avid reader and have a problem. My name is Ashley and I'm a book addict. Question 4. Do you eat or drink while reading? I am not coordinated enough to eat while reading. I just feel like that would make a huge mess. I do like to drink coffee sometimes while I'm reading, or even tea. It just depends on what kind of mood I am in. But most of the time I just read. I don't eat or drink while I'm doing it. Question number 5. Can you read while listening to music or watching TV? No. I am not a multitasker when it comes to reading or even studying of any kind. I need to give focus to one thing. If I hear music or TV in the background, I'll start listening to that instead of reading, and I'll read the same spot over and over and over again. Question number 6. One book at a time or several at once? That really depends. I am a strong believer in finishing a book, so even if it's bad, I will eventually finish it. That means that I could lose interest in it at some point and start another book, so I could possibly have more than one book going at one time, but I will eventually finish all of them. Question number 7. Reading at home or everywhere? Whatever book I'm reading is in my purse, so wherever I go, I have the option of reading. The waiting room of a doctor's office, or I have downtime at my job, so I read when I'm not having to work. I read at home. I don't really read outside, but I read pretty much anywhere that I can. Any kind of downtime, I'm either reading or on my phone. I don't just, sit and wait. So it just depends on how my day goes, but I can read anywhere. Which is weird because people talking doesn't bother me while reading, but listening to music or watching TV does. I'm a strange one. Okay, let's see. Number 8. Reading out loud or silently in your head? I am a strong supporter of reading in my head. When I read out loud, I read slower. I don't tend to remember as much as if I was reading to myself, which is weird. My throat gets dry very quickly and very easily, so I would much rather read to myself. I can usually read probably twice as fast as if I was reading out loud. Oh no, my phone locked. Okay. Question 9. Do you read ahead or skip pages? I'm really bad at that. I'm not one of those people where if you spoil the ending for me, I'm going to stop reading the book or stop watching the movie. And it usually happens late at night when I'm trying to convince myself to go to bed. So instead of continuously reading and reading and reading and trying to find a good spot to stop, I'll kind of just skim ahead some pages to see what's going to happen to kind of entice me to end it now and come back later. That usually backfires because then I usually spend like 20 minutes skimming through pages and reading sections instead of skimming. But I'm not against skimming. Skimming. I can't talk. I'm not against reading ahead. However, I never go to the end, so I never read the complete ending before finishing the book. Question 10. Breaking the spine or keeping it new? I really don't care. Usually, the books I get are used. We have a really good bookstore / movie place where I live, so I tend to buy used books if I can. So they're usually pretty cheap. I really don't care either way, and I usually end up I'm not a huge book hoarder. Once I read it, I'm probably not going to read it again. So I usually, sell them to buy more books. So it really doesn't matter to me, but I do like that question because I'm a strong believer in an actual book. I'm not a big fan of the e-readers. I do have a tablet, but I don't really use it to read books on. I like the tangible book in my hand. Question number 11. Do you write in books? No, I do not write in books because, like I said, I do try to sell them afterwards. I also don't see a need to take notes on a book that I'm reading for fun. I don't really even write in textbooks for school because, again, you sell those back at the end of the year. And here I am slouching in my first video, so I'm going to get lots of negative comments if I get comments at all. It looks like that is all of the questions for that particular tag. I would like to do something similar with TV or movies because, like I said, I am a huge, entertainment buff. Not always the most on-trend titles, but I do read a lot and watch a lot of movies and TV. I have a problem, yes, I know. I would eventually like to do a tag of just kind of a get-to-know-me tag. I plan on doing a haul video of some makeup I bought off of a website. However, I didn't think about it until after I had opened everything. So I kind of feel like it would be weird to go back and do a haul video after I've opened and swatched everything and put the packages away. However, the next time something like that comes in, I'll definitely do a video. I hope to get some views, maybe, some tips, preferably not negative comments. I know this camera is not the best. I also know that the lighting is not the best. I hope that if I make more videos and it goes well, that I can upgrade to better equipment. My husband also has a YouTube channel. He's the one that actually kind of gave me the idea to start one, because I do like giving reviews on things that I have been using or watching or reading on different types of social media, and I usually get great feedback on that. So I thought, why not try to record myself, which is really weird because I hate the sound of my voice. So, I think that's about it for the first video. Again, I will welcome any questions, comments, tips, ideas for videos. I'll probably just start about one video a week until I get used to this. And yeah, that's about it. So, goodbye, lovelies.